Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing what the title says. We are going to be reviewing every single racer to see who has, no, not every single racer but the main ones, but to see who has the best music out of the Mario Kart characters. Now I know that some characters share music, like in Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario and Luigi share music, or Mario Kart Wii, Mario and Luigi share music. I get that. I'll try to differentiate that. So I'll be like, okay, they may share this song in this game, but they also have a solo track here. Like, for example, in Mario Kart DS, Luigi has Luigi's Mansion, and so on and so forth. That's what I'll try to do, right? Because I understand, especially in Double Dash, mainly Double Dash, a lot of the characters share music. Wario Coliseum and Waluigi Stadium, you get it. Daisy's Cruiser and Peach Beach, you get it. So, I'll try to be fair, but I'll also try to individualize the people, so I won't let that drag too much in the rankings. Like, oh, they share the same music, bruh. Like all Mario Kart music is good music. Let me just say that for one. There is no such thing as a bad song in a Mario Kart game. So, all that being said, let's get into the first character.
It's me, Mario!
Mario always has the unfortunate position of having either the starter track or a track that's barely above the level of a starter track. So I don't think that his music goes crazy because Nintendo doesn't intend for any of its tracks to be amazing, if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, they normally save their best music for their loud and proud tracks like Star Cup, Crown Cup, Lightning, well, not Lightning Cup, but now all these new cups, and you get what I'm trying to say. And none of his music is bad. It's just that all of it is just good. And that's just that. It's just good. And that's no fault to him of his own. He just has a bunch of goddamn Mario circuit tracks, and there's nothing he can really do about that. But with that being said, I think the music that is best for Mario is the music that you hear in the background. It's Mario Circuit from Mario Kart Double Dash. I think that is Mario's best music. Yes, he shares it with Luigi in the game, but like I said, whatever. But that, I think, is Mario's best music. It is that music, and if you don't want to count that because it's not strictly his music, then you can go for Mario Kart 7, or not Mario Kart 7, you can go for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I think personally the theme fits best with Mario Kart Double Dash. That's what I think Mario's best song is, and if I had to give him a grade, I would give him like a C tier when it comes to his music. It's nothing amazing and it's nothing terrible, but with the exception of the Mario Circuit from Double Dash, none of it jumps out at you. And I've always considered the Luigi Circuit the music for Wii more than, you know, Mario's music. But this right here, Mario Kart Double Dash's Mario Circuit music, I associate with Mario the most. So, C average. Not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Next up is the man's brother himself. It's Luigi. Luigi also has the unfortunate status of beginner tracks. Luigi Circuit, Luigi Raceway. I think the only exception is Luigi's Mansion, but that's about it. But he's in the exact same tier as Mario, and the only thing that steps him up even a little bit is Luigi's Mansion. But it's not the saving grace that we think it is, because a lot of his music, like I said, it is shared. It is very shared. Even, I don't know, man. So if I gotta give Mario a C, I gotta give Luigi a C. It's unfortunate that they share a lot of the same music, but not saying it's bad music, it's just perfectly average. Perfectly fine.
Woo!
Alright, she is escaping the C tier. Now, before anybody gets on my head, I know I did not mention Royal Raceway back when I was talking about Mario and Luigi tracks. I get it, I understand. But that's because I think Mario Circuit from Double Dash is better. But Royal Raceway is still an amazing track, and it is still an amazing song, which is why I'm bringing it up now before people kill me and say Peach is an A tier music character. Hold up. Let me cook. Peach has, if you want to consider Royal Raceway a Peach track, cool. If you don't, cool. I'm one of the people who do, because her castle's literally in the background. It says Royal Raceway. She's royalty. She's a princess. Come on now. This is a Peach track. Royal Raceway is amazing music. Peach Beach / Daisy Cruiser, S tier banger music. Peach Gardens, as much as the track annoys me, is really good. It's not an S tier song, but it's really good. It's like a B tier, right? And Peach, and if you want to talk about Peach Circuit on the Game Boy, whatever, cool. That's all right. But Peach, she is the first character escaping the mid. All right, I'm firmly putting her in A tier when it comes to her music, and I refuse to let anybody tell me anything differently. Seriously, go back and listen to the music that's associated with Peach tracks, and then come back to this comment section and be like, oh shit, Peach. You did cook. You did have a point.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
All right, let me cook. Daisy music is S tier. Okay, listen. Even if you weren't hearing me out when it came to Peach, you have to hear me out when it comes to Daisy. They give this woman some absolute banger tracks. They have Daisy Cruiser with Peach Beach, which is honestly, you don't have a lot of songs to choose from in Mario Kart Double Dash, but it's a top 3 track in Double Dash, alright? Then you have Daisy Circuit from Mario Kart Wii, which is a certified head bopper. You'll be dancing to that song before you even realize it. And then, to top it all off, you get Daisy Hills in Mario Kart 7. There is only one more character on this list who gets an S tier, even though that person only has less than 3 tracks in the entire franchise. But Daisy, with the 3 tracks that she has, literally only 3 tracks, she has attained S tier status. And I'm not joking. Daisy Cruiser, Daisy Circuit from Mario Kart Wii, Daisy Hills from Mario Kart 7, all have fantastic music. She has earned this first S tier, and Nintendo is on crack whenever they make Daisy music. They're like, hey, we got a track for Daisy? Oh shit. Get the special team in here, man. Get them. Get the special teams. We gotta make something memorable. And I'm so serious when I say that, and nobody will ever change my mind.
Ah, everybody cheating!
Here we go, moving on to Donkey Kong, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I was ready to throw Donkey Kong into the A tier because I didn't think DK Pass was that great. Alright, I thought DK Pass was like a C at best, but I just went back and I listened to the track, and you know what? It's a lot catchier than I remember it being. I'll give it that. So, thank God I went back and I listened to every single song, and I didn't just go based off memory for this video. But after going back and listening, Donkey Kong has nothing but S tier track soundtracks. He has DK Mountain, he has DK Jungle, which is what you hear right now. He has DK Summit, which is probably one of the catchiest Mario Kart themes ever. And then he has DK Pass, which I mentioned was a lot better than I remember. So Donkey Kong, he has no bad music. He has no track that's like, whatever music. It's S tier for the boy DK. You know what, Donkey Kong, I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad I gave you that second chance. Yoshi is another one that I didn't really have high expectations for because there's Yoshi Valley, which is really, really good. But then there's also, from Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Circuit, which shares with this track, of course. And don't get me wrong, this track does fit that theme very, very well. Not as good as Mario Circuit. Some would say it fits Yoshi Circuit better than Mario Circuit, but whatever. But then you have Yoshi Falls, which I think is like, okay, you know, it makes you bop your head a little bit. Like, it's kind of catchy, but overall, it's probably one of the weaker music tracks in Mario Kart. And it's not weak horrible, it's just compared to everything else we've heard so far in this video, compared to every other song that we know every other character has, Yoshi Falls so far is probably the weakest one here. I'm not going to lie to you. It's probably the weakest soundtrack, and it's still pretty catchy. It's just not as good as the rest of them. But then you also have Yoshi Desert, and then, which is like, you know, whatever. But then you have Yoshi's Island from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Holy shit. What a track. What a song for a track. It's literally my outro song because it's that damn good. If I had to pick my top 10 Mario Kart tracks with the I meant tracks as in songs, but if I had to pick my top 10 Mario Kart songs of all time, Yoshi's Island is never leaving that top 10. It's probably never leaving the top 5. When the rest of the band kicks in, holy shit. But all that being said, with the combination of Yoshi Valley, which is pretty catchy, pretty good, Yoshi Circuit, Mario Circuit, Luigi Circuit, whatever the fuck from Double Dash, Yoshi Falls, which pulls it down, Yoshi's Desert, which pulls it down, and Yoshi's Island, the two weakest points, Yoshi Falls and Yoshi Desert, does not take away much. It takes away some, but it doesn't take away a lot from the fact that Yoshi Valley is a good one. Yoshi Circuit, Mario Circuit, Luigi, whatever, is really good. And Yoshi's Island is undeniably top tier. So if I had to give Yoshi a tier, man, I don't know. I'm gonna officially, probably gonna be pretty mad at me, but I'm going to officially say it is in the low A tier. Really high B tier, but low A tier. Like, I don't know, Yoshi Falls and Yoshi Desert really drags that shit for me, man, but it's not like, you know, the end all be all. And I don't know, if I had to pick one, probably high B, only because Yoshi Circuit shares a song with multiple tracks, which is like, all right, if it was on its own, that would be fantastic, but it shares multiple, like I said. So probably high B for Yoshi. I'm sorry, Yoshi, I'm sorry. Nintendo, make another Yoshi track and give it an amazing soundtrack, and I'll bump it up, but for now, it's just a high B tier.
Welcome to Wario World.
Wario has the existing problem that other racers do, that his tracks share a lot of the same music, but the tracks that are Wario's music are absolutely amazing. S tier. S fucking tier. Wario Coliseum, which shares with Waluigi Stadium, it's like, cool, fine, ignore that, right? That's all Waluigi. But you get Wario's Gold Mine, Wario's Shipyard, and Mount Wario. You will not sit there and tell me those are anything less than S tier songs. Wario is S tier. If you disagree, argue with a fucking wall. Poor Koopa Troopa has to and consistency of a roller coaster when it comes to his tracks and the music. So we have Koopa Beach 1 and 2, which is admittedly okay. It's there. It's not terrible, but it's there. It's kind of like Yoshi Falls, but a little bit worse because I don't really care much for it. But then you have Koopa Troopa Beach from the N64, which is a really good track. Like, really, really banging, honestly. Not like S tier or A tier banging, but it's really banging. So, and then you have Koopa Cape. Baller ass theme. Amazing. One of the best track songs I have ever heard in Mario Kart. And no, I don't count Cheap Cheap Beach or any cheap track for Koopa. That's later if I do more characters. But if we're counting strictly Koopa tracks, I think Koopa, with the exception of Koopa Cape, because that's S tier. That is S tier. But I gotta give it like a high C. Koopa Cape is S. Koopa Troopa Beach is like a good B. But the SNES Super Mario Kart Koopa Beach tracks are just, alright, man. You know, you did what you could. So, eh. And no, I don't count Bowser's Castle, because Bowser's not Koopa Troopa. I get he's the king of the Koopas, but it's not the same thing. I get it. But Koopa is C tier. Official C tier, I say. And that's that, man. Video is done and out of the way. I hope you have all enjoyed this video if you made it this far. And if you have not, maybe one day you'll make it this far. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you guys want a part 2. And I'll probably do the Dry Bones characters, or just the Dry characters in general. Or King Boo, or Cheap Cheap, or any other, you know. Just let me know. And with all that being said, like, share, subscribe, and I will see all of you next time.